This is Henares making your day with part 15 of an article I wrote on the information age. The chapter, Capitalism and Communism. The United States of America considers itself as the quintessence of a capitalist society, achieving a high standard of living at its peak by consuming 32% of the world's resources for 6% of the world's population, and incidentally by exploiting the Negro race, committing genocide on the indigenous Indian population, and treating the Filipinos like niggers. This is America's model of economic development, unlimited progress based on ruthless competition for resources. If the rest of the world followed that model and succeeded, the world will have used 5 times more resources than it should and leave our planet a veritable wasteland. Better to follow the call of Mahatma Gandhi when asked his advice to fellow Asians, said, "Reduce your wants and supply your needs. Your needs make you vulnerable enough without the added weight of unneeded wants. Enough rather than more should be the highest goal of mankind in economic development." Karl Marx communism is peopled by ideologues, strict and uncompromising, committed to the control of the means of production, who actually succeeded in industrializing the Soviet Union and meeting the needs of its people by disciplining the population and limiting their freedom, but failing in the end to give them the diversified and conspicuous consumption that the rival, the capitalists, are providing. Finally, Karl Marx communism faced eventual extinction. The cruel and exploitative capitalism survived because it adapted socialistic ideas that its people demanded: social welfare, Medicare, safety nets for the unemployed and the needy, laws against the exploitation of women and children. The cruel and exploitative communism of the Soviet Union did not survive because it could not adapt, as China did, to capitalist ideas of private initiative and free markets. So the ideal economy really is the golden mean between the two economic systems, something that was successfully adopted by Sweden, with its democratic system, its prosperous citizens, neither too rich or too poor. More about this after these messages. This is Henares making your day with part 15 of an article I wrote on the information age, chapter Capitalism and Communism. So, in an ideal world, who should be the ideal model citizen? The greedy, capitalistic captain of industry? The unyielding communist bureaucrat? Or the Christian socialist priestly caste of caring and sharing do-gooders? Capitalists insist, ex cathedra, that greed and self-interest provides the prime motivation for economic progress and development. But that is not entirely true. Here and there in this cruel world are vast oases of caring and sharing, priests and nuns and Buddhist monks, scientists and teachers who work not for financial success, but for the greater good of their fellow men, do-gooders who donate clothes, food, books, and shelter, all free and usable, but of no marketable value to sufferers of natural disasters. Commander Dante of the New People's Army once told me, as a young agricultural worker, he spent his savings to buy a cigarette pack for the local leader of the constabulary, and was beaten up by the soldiers for his deed, for no reason that he could divine. And later, without food to eat, he stole a stapler from a store and was chased by the police, and took refuge in a slum area where inhabitants of a shanty preparing for dinner beckoned to him, saying, "Kain tayo, come in and share our meal," in the traditional Filipino way. This gesture of a poor man willing to share his meager meal with a stranger is what made Commander Dante decide to be a communist. I do believe in my heart of hearts that what really makes our humanity is the capacity for tolerance, goodwill, and compassion, not relentless competition as decreed by Adam Smith. Hell, animals compete and they exist on the brink of extinction. They exist only about our kindness and sufferance. Not only tolerance, goodwill, and compassion, but also our constant search for truth, for beauty and goodness, and our initiative, imagination, and talent for organization. We shall continue tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta bye-bye.